Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything. Relationship and love. And I'm your host, Franca. Tonight on the show with me is Sheyi and Sajo. Sajo is joining us via Zoom, and Sheyi is with me live on set. We have not had the show for a couple of days. Wednesday there was traffic, Thursday there was traffic, and on Friday, one of us lost her dad. Now we're two. You know, Shay, how was? In fact, God forbid. In fact, when I told Sajo that, just lost her dad, Sajo say, "Is Shay's father still alive?" Yeah, I say yes. He said Shay will not come on this show.
I know they do.
Shay, how are you?
I'm good. I'm okay.
How was your week?
Week was good. It was pretty restful over the weekend. The week was
Okay.
good. Just waiting on one or two things to crystallize with business and all that. But we are good. We're here. We're
Pushing
grateful,
it.
for life, for health, for family, for friends. We're here.
You're here for me.
Yeah, I'm here for
Always.
you anytime.
Always,
Anytime.
always.
I got your
always,
back.
Always. Do we have Sajo online? Do we have Sajo with us? Okay, I don't think we have Sajo. Okay, so please note that you can share your story with us via our WhatsApp number 081 9038 4663 or call in to join the conversation on 0702500 7749 or 07014242420. On the show today, we're discussing maintaining friendship and playfulness in marriages. I don't know how. I think it's necessary though. But Shay, what do you think? Friendship and playfulness in marriages.
Not just marriages, generally in life, they say never lose your inner child. Because by the time you lose your inner child, everything becomes life is not supposed to be that serious.
Serious. I agree with you.
At the end of the day, nobody gets out alive. So why should you carry everything on your head? You're going through issues is on your head. You're not going through, just let your inner child play. Enjoy life. The little things you can enjoy, little play you can play, play with friends, hang out. That should also go into
Marriages.
because ultimately marriage is all about relationship.
Yes, because and it's a lifetime thing. So you don't want to get it boring. You don't want to get into a relationship that's boring, and before you know you're tired of seeing one person, of being with one person. So make it fun so that it's something you look forward to going back home to be with someone and all that. When it becomes boring, trust me, if you're not doing anything, you're not being intentional about it, it becomes so boring that you don't even want to be in that same space with the person.
Which is, I also say, love at some point
Fades.
is overrated. At some point, it's friendship, it's the little things, you how fast you're big girl, it's the little things that eventually that lasts longer.
That makes it
because
worth it.
the old gish that comes with, I'm in love. Ooh,
Dies off eventually.
it's not every day you'll be in love. There are some days, you just want to.
There's some days you want to love someone else.
I don't know about that.
Let's quickly go on a break. Let's quickly go on a break. When we come back, Shay will explain what I mean.
I do.
Shay.
Stay tuned. Heartlines will be right back.
Life is made up of moments, some that fill us with joy, others that test our strength. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space to explore the highs and lows of human connection, the love, the heartbreak, and resilience that shapes our life. From relationships to friendships, parenting to partnerships, and so much more. Every week, we share stories and conversations that define us, navigating love, separations, the struggles of parenting, dealing with anxiety and managing the pressures and stress of life. Real conversations that bring us closer, helping us heal, grow, and connect. So join me Mondays through Fridays at 10 p.m. for Heartlines, the show where we connect hearts Have real conversations with real people, one story at a time.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light for my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria's energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Okay, welcome back. Please remember to follow us, to subscribe and follow us on YouTube at Official Upgrade TV and share our link. And also note that you can watch us on 408, that's Plus TV, 408 DSTV, Star Times 308, and 405 R2 TV on Go TV. Okay, so Shay, back to what we were talking about. Yes, so we agree that there should be a bit of, not a bit, there should be friendship in every form of relationship. Even as friends, you should be cordial and all that, but particularly in marriages. What do you think are the things couples need to do better to make their relationships, Okay, so first things first. Do people know they have to be friends to be married?
This whole friendship and marriage, right? I believe the best marriages have like a foundational base of friendship, right? But at the same time, we can also make arguments for back in the days where, they kind of just link you up with
Yeah, you don't
some
get
other
to know
guy.
each other, yeah.
Yeah, but what I feel happen in those kind of scenarios is the fact that they build that friendship inside the marriage, not before. There are two ways to building friendship. You can build it before you get married. You can build it in marriage. So, but I personally think that friendship in marriage goes a long way because when the old thing of this thing goes, the love, the way it shocks you and everything, the way it goes, after it goes, it's friendship that will remain. It's the memories that you've created through meaningful friendship where you have things to talk about. Because if you're not friends, how do you talk about, how are you able to hold conversations? If you don't do activities together, if you don't create memories, then what are you going to be doing in the house? If you sit down from morning to night, what are you going to be talking about? What are you, how was your work today? After that, there's nothing else to talk about. But if you have friendship, if you have a friend in your spouse, then you'll be able to talk about everything. You'll be able to laugh. You'll be able to quarrel. Because I also feel like quarrel has its own spice, because if you don't
I like
quarrel,
the quarrel part.
yeah, if you don't quarrel at some point, you're kind of boring. You need to introduce. I'm not saying you become.
Oh, I like the quarrel that you have to, comeback sex is good.
Oh God.
Make-up sex is good.
So I feel strongly that creating memories, having fun activities to do. I personally find that the times I'm connected at most with my wife is when we go on holidays and we come back and we have stories to share. Do you remember when we went to this time? See what happened that day, see what happened that day, see what happened that day, see what happened that day. You have things to talk about, you have things to joke about, you have things to play about. Prior to marriage, we dated for 6 years. And it was through that process of friendship, I was able to know that, I'm not going anywhere. This girl don't see me finish, because I don't think there's anything, in my life that we've not gone through together, that we're not able to relate with at some point, that we're not able to talk about and say, Alpha, you remember that day? You remember that day that you go anyhow after school?
Can't even meet.
Exactly. Things like that bring the spark. Even when there's no spark, things like that keep the relationship, keep the marriage going, because there's constant communication. And the most important thing, aside of love and everything, is communication. Having things to talk about, being able to unburden your fears, being able to unburden your worries, knowing that there's somebody that's, no matter what, has my back, which I feel is lacking in most people, because they feel like their wife, their husband does not, have their back. But if you're a friend with somebody, let's even take marriage out of it. If you're a friend, like your guy, you know that, Franca or more, I dey go war. You ready? This thing will
Kind
come
of friends
out.
I need. Don't ask me where we're going to. Just come with me.
That's also the kind of relationship I feel you should have in your marriages, where you can say, babe, get some people where they come out now.
They come.
Change her. Do like this. Do like this. Do like that. Or we're going out. These people, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is how I want us to package. Package like this. Package like this. Now deal with it. Go seal. And money will they go find. Now trouble will they go cause. So, when you have that relationship, you have your guy. That you know that's okay. No
I'm my
matter
person.
what. Yeah.
Okay,
we can ride this together.
But there are cases where before marriage they were good friends.
Oh,
And then for some reason in the marriage, they just go worlds apart. They just grew like...
The truth is, marriage, just like every other relationship, friendship, there's breakdown of friendship. You understand? That's, there are cases where you are friends and you no longer sing, you no longer...
So what causes that, if I may ask?
We've had this conversation before, where you outgrow friendship.
You outgrow people in marriage.
You are not allowed to outgrow people in marriage, but you can.
Okay.
If the person you're with is not upscaling at the level because imagine somebody that you started dating in secondary school. You got out of secondary school, you entered university, but if their mentality does not move past a certain level, if even career-wise, even, professionally, if they are not moving with you, if they are not also getting to that, at some point I feel like, you begin to feel like there's some conversations that you are having that this person cannot relate with again. Do you understand? I feel it begins to affect the marriages.
Okay,
Just like we had this session some weeks back where we're talking about friendship and how you will get to a level and some type of friends would not be able to relate with you on that level.
Okay,
I feel like marriage is like that.
But I'm thinking, at what point did it get to that point? Because you guys stay in the house together, you guys...
But you have different careers.
No, guess what? Yes, you stay in the house together. So your work is your work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're saying basically career. And then you have a wife who is a businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
But you are a career person.
Mm-hmm.
So you come home and you tell your wife what she needs to know about work. She tells you what things about her business, and you guys continue like that. So at what point, I'm just saying, we're stating instances. So at what point do you lose it? Is it at the point where your wife doesn't know certain things about your job?
Okay, so the growth I'm talking about is not necessarily in terms of career, because obviously you guys have separate career. She's probably has a store or whatever.
Yeah, because you might also not know anything about her business.
She owns a school, and she treats kids, and you are in the banking sector. So it's not necessarily about career.
Okay.
It's more about developing yourself intellectually. And if it comes to you and says, babe, I have this problem. How do you think I can
go about it?
Yes. I believe like if you're vast enough, regardless of wherever industry you are, you'll be able to give one or two answers to help, situations. It's not just going to be like, I don't know. You know, his children, that's me, I'm teaching. You know, his only parents' PT I go for. It begins to, when you see that for example now, you have a husband who is MD in a bank. If he wants to go out, you would sometimes need to have an idea of the banking sector. Sometimes you need to have an idea of how our own business, our marketing business to work, so that sometimes when she comes and has a discussion with you, you guys can find a middle ground to talk about. And grow up to, like I said, it's not necessarily about career. For example, maybe when you were in university, you used to nag a lot. Now you have kids, right? The same pattern, the same way you used to behave. Maybe when you were in university, you used to come and be like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. Okay, let me go and buy you stuff. But now maybe he's an executive in the bank. Papa does not have that time. And you still expect him to come and do certain things that you used to do, maybe carry you like that baby he met in university and treat you that way. That's not growth. Do you understand? Growth is knowing that, okay, we've moved past that level. We're in another level, this and this and this.
Shay, I don't agree with you. Let me tell you why I don't agree with you. Okay, so as much as, I understand growth, I always, champion and, push for growth in relationships. But you see, I feel that in friendships, like real good friendships, you should carry people along. Do you understand? So, for example, based on what we're talking, playfulness and friendship in relationship, Shay, if really each person is intentional, I don't see you growing apart if you guys play, if you guys say crack jokes, you understand? Don't make life too serious. Joke about everything, joke about some crazy things that happen, do some kind of crazy dance. I think the home is where an MD should be vulnerable.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree with you.
I think your home is where even the president should be vulnerable. So the things the guy can't do outside, he should be able to do it at home.
Oh, yes.
Do you understand? You can do funny, crazy dance with your wife in the house and say, do you remember when I used to dance like this? Just try and make your home very comfortable for the other person. So because you're a president or because you're an MD, you're an MD, in the bank, yes, an executive director or whatever it is, you don't come home with your face, or you don't carry those problems back home. You drop them at the door and come home smiling to meet your wife, because the truth is, there's a part of you that they need. They don't need the MD rigid and, you understand, that person. You should create time. Spend time with your family. Because I think the problem starts to come when you now want to be an MD at home. That's where the problem comes. Okay. You understand? And then, I feel that if you're not so rigid at home, even if your wife doesn't understand what's going on in your sector or wherever you're working, I don't think 10, 20 minutes is too much to explain to your wife.
Oh, so don't get me wrong.
No, you don't. I understand totally what you're saying. It happens. What you have said happens. But I'm trying to say that, you understand, it actually shouldn't be an issue. If you know how to navigate, if you find a way to navigate around those things, yes, my wife doesn't know. Sometimes you're not just interested as well. Same way the guy is not interested in your business. But if you guys are intentional and make out time to say, what's even going on with you? This is your business thing. How does it work? Even if you're not interested, listen. Tomorrow they call you if you don't know anything about her. But you see that 5-10 minutes you've given to her to say, at least you are saying, you know what, today I want to listen to you. It's everything to her. So I just feel that the playfulness and the friendship in marriage it's not a big deal. But we make it a big deal.
Why? Does anybody really make it a big deal?
No, let me explain it to you. I think that, Shay, the way I would respond if you do something to me is different from the way I would respond if my husband does it to me. Because of that word, marriage. we hold it too
serious.
It's too serious to the heart. You know, a lot of us do that. You know, for a very long time, I didn't see myself as a married woman. And what I mean is, I never addressed myself as Mrs. or hear me say my husband.
I've actually never heard you call yourself Mrs.
I'm not Mrs. What
I've
is it,
never
Franca?
actually-
I don't
Actually.
address myself as
Well,
that.
yeah, funny enough, I've never
I have
actually...
never, in fact, I never address myself as
Yeah,
that. You know,
that's true.
Yes, I never do it because I just feel that it's just something that is just, I don't want to use the word overrated.
You know, just to digress a bit, you know, when I want to introduce somebody to you, so that they don't call you and say, hello, Franca, I will now put Mrs. Franca Oswago. So that when they are calling you, they don't disrespect. I don't know if it makes sense. Because you never use your Mrs. You're like, Franca, Franca, Franca. So that I don't want a situation where I would give somebody your numbers, like maybe they want to call you for something and they just say, hello, Franca. I just feel like they should put some kind of respect to it, you know?
But I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why. I don't know how to do it. And I think I take that even to my marriage. So I'm not... I still see my husband as my boyfriend. So I still act like he's my boyfriend. And I don't think he likes it.
You like respect.
How did you know? How did you know?
Very disrespectful woman.
How did you know? That is a big problem. But you see that whole drama, that whole, it doesn't, you know.
Do you think he doesn't look like it? I'm sure he likes it.
No. So I think my husband manipulates me. You know, when there's an issue, like, you don't have respect, this thing. But when there's no issue, he likes it. Or when I'm, you know. But I think that people should just... my husband says I play too much. Life is not that serious. Do you understand? It shouldn't be that serious. I don't know why I see people, Mrs., they are this, they are that. They are very, you know, their husband called my husband. It's okay to do certain things. But, you know, if you see me calling my husband, my God, the way I will shout his name and, come now, you know, and, is it her husband she's calling like that? No respect. So maybe because I wasn't, there's no book to read before you get married or when you're getting married. So I took my boyfriend and girlfriendhood into my marriage, you know. But I just feel that a lot of people take it too seriously and then they get home, they're serious. My wife, my husband, my this, you can't be comfortable. My friends, when my husband is coming, you see my friends, they're adjusting. That's not they mad. It's a chop person. You know that very rigid thing. And funny enough, my husband has that very straight face. You know, they laugh. So I'm sure people like you are wondering, how does Franca cope with this kind of person? But guess what? My husband is something else. He can laugh, he can play when he wants to, you know. So I just feel that people should, you know, it's not that serious. You should learn how, marriage is not do or die. It's not that serious. You know, me, I say things casually. I don't add any, you know. So, but it's a major problem for some people. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we don't have our differences.
Of course.
You must have your differences. Sometimes you don't even have to like the same things. But everybody comes to a middle ground, you know, to say that, you know, this person is like, my husband doesn't go for parties. He doesn't go for club. I mean, I be jaye, you know. So what I now did, if he's going for party, I say, I'm not going, no. He will say, well, I say, I want to rest. Say, you know what? You don't allow me behave anyhow for a party. So when he say, you're not going for this one. Will you go for it? I say, I'll go for the other one. You know, so I could they play. Not because he's going to stop me from doing what I want to do, but you see him, after 2 hours, he say he wants to go home. And at that time, party want the sweet. You know, that kind of thing. So, but I just feel that everybody should understand who they're with, what the person likes.
What works for them.
What works for them. And just make it work. Because I don't know why you would be in a marriage that's boring for 5 years, 10 years, you know. I mean, according to what she said, you want to try something new. You know, you want, you want to,
Which context was I saying? Franca go put me for trouble. Okay.
you know, so you spice it up, you know, so that idea of wanting to try something new doesn't come in, you know. So I just feel people should do better, do more, you know, go for, so, and there are times where maybe you're not, I've seen couples that, okay, so maybe the man is not the person who likes to go out. It's not a problem. Make your home fun. Buy everything and come home and booze and, you know, and do everything you want to do in the house.
What if your husband is not that kind of person?
If your husband likes to go out?
If he doesn't like the booze, this thing, he just likes, he's a man of God, likes to read his Bible.
So
And
the first
you
question
are
is,
streets.
how did the man marry me?
We both married in church now, but later I discovered, say me, I like streets more. I like to
You come backslide.
I can't step back a bit.
I could try bring you back with me too. I could try make you backslide somehow.
Because, you know, people change.
I agree with you, yes, people change.
Yeah. At the stage of life where you guys met each other might not be necessarily the progression for both of you guys.
Okay.
I've met a lot of people who were like fire, they carry that fire for head.
Okay.
When they're in day school, when they're in university, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a tendency you met your spouse with that fire for head. So
Yeah.
you are both carrying the fire. Then all of a sudden, one of you decides that,
Oh, yeah, as you grow older.
yeah, this fire is too much. Me, I don't want fire. I just want soft life. I want to have, you know, 1 or 2 wine, make I day, make I laugh, but your husband that did not meet you or that met you with fire, he's not like, no, this is not my own way of life. For me, I like this fire. How do you compromise? How do you
So
know?
I think it's something that people need to work around, in the sense that, why I say that is, in fact, I was discussing with my friends today, and someone mentioned how a couple, that this couple, I think the wife is a bisexual. So the wife, the husband encourages her to bring a third party. You know, so they have this.
Plus that I feel. I'm sorry to cut you, but I feel number one, that's in.
Backfires.
It will backfire, because why are you bringing it with your own hand? Bringing a third party into it.
She was bringing for a very long time, and the man felt he was enjoying.
Because they carry two at
They carry two
for
at
the price
same
of
time,
one.
For the price, and a wife. But the wife would invite somebody to come. Now, the wife now started doing away, and then she's not hiding it. She's saying,
"Make I bring her come, make you say."
No, but he not go bring. So the guy would not allow her. So she can't bring the guy. So she goes. You understand?
Okay, so it's not a situation where they bring into the house.
Okay, no. So before, they bring the female into the house because the man is okay with it. But now she can't bring the man into the house.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Make she say bring the man, make all of that day.
No, but you know, it will not be 2 men, and you know 2 men can't stand it.
Oh, he didn't know that before,
it's
because
okay
he was
for the
enjoying it.
Yeah, he was enjoying it. So now she goes out. So somebody was telling me that, guess what? That the man is now drinking excessively. He's now smoking really bad, and you can tell that he's depressed. So you see, in trying to, and that's a problem. We're going to get there. That's a problem in trying to be friends, trying to do something to please the other person, trying to make you work. You know, some people go into this relationship with a bit of freakiness and some crazy things that they want to try out, and they say, oh, we're a couple, we understand each other, and we're trying out those things. But after the backfire. So my question now is, in trying to have a very good marriage, trying to do certain things, trying to explore, adventure, do you understand? And this kind of thing happens. What will you do?
Okay, so I'm going to bring spirituality into this.
Okay.
That's where spirituality comes in.
Okay.
I feel like also in marriage, there has to be sanctity. in as much as we want to be friends, we want to be playful, we want to have fun, but even if you think about it, is it everything that every idea of fun that you should have? Then say, smoke igbo na fun, you smoke am. They say the next thing wey dey happen now na crack is a lot of fun. You put your head, you start smoking crack. They say the next thing, my guy say this one na in the rain now. Say if you do one like this, he go do you like this. You enter. There's sanctity. There should be limits that that is acceptable limits in friendship, in marriages. And marriage is governed by spirituality. At the end of the day, there should be limits to the things you invite in. There should be limits to. It's not everything that should go.
No, but Shay, look at it from this angle. The man is saying, instead of cheating on my wife and having problems with my family, if my wife is okay with bringing someone in, why would I go out?
If you're not ready, no marry. You guys should be partners. Do you understand? You guys should be partners. You can't call... Personally, I get some people with more open mind. Me, I don't have an open mind. Might disagree. But why you getting into marriage with my wife likes to bring a third party? That means at the end of the day, you guys
I want to ask you a question. It's not. So I'm saying as a guy, not as Shay. So would you say the guy should cheat than have a third party come in between him and his wife?
They should not be cheating. There should not be any third party come. Okay, as a guy, okay.
As a guy,
okay,
that's why I said not to you. I was very high. So as a guy, is it better for him to go do his whatever he wants to do? Don't bring into the marriage.
If he's acceptable by his wife.
That's what I'm saying. It was acceptable by the wife, and now she's also.
But when he accepts things like that, he should also be willing to receive it.
Okay.
When you accept the fact that I can bring girls.
I let you sleep with girls, and I know about it.
You two are unless you are selfish, self-centered, and stupid, to now think that somewhere along the line it will not
want to try something.
Of course, don't be. You think it's only is a man's world. It's only you that has the freedom of madness or freedom to choose between one and two. Let's be realistic now. Give woman where they allow you, where they give you long group. At the end of the day, she'll find somebody who say, you've done 5. I just want to do like 2. You are crying. Let's be realistic.
But
that person is not being realistic.
But guess what? But these are the things that the present. In fact, somebody was telling me that there's a swing party.
I heard that
there's a party in April.
Oh.
They were advertising it on radio.
Radio.
Yes, Shay.
Radio. Is it allowed?
That's what they said. They were advertising it, and in fact, that he saw he heard or saw an interview of a lady.
But things are happening in Lagos.
Yes, that he saw a lady that they said, "Come with your couple, come with your spouse. This other person go come with your own." They were attending that party.
So everybody will do that.
Yes.
Hi.
You want to go?
God forbid.
Why?
I can go up and go and look, Sha.
But no, you have to be
no
part
way.
of it.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Let's quickly go on a break. We'll be right back.
It's not.
Stay tuned. Heartlines will be right back.
Life is made up of moments, some that fill us with joy, others that test our strength. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space to explore the highs and lows of human connection, the love, the heartbreak, and resilience that shapes our life. From relationships to friendships, parenting to partnerships, and so much more. Every week, we share stories and conversations that define us, navigating love, separations, the struggles of parenting, dealing with anxiety and managing the pressures and stress of life. Real conversations that bring us closer, helping us heal, grow, and connect. So join me Mondays through Fridays at 10 p.m. for Heartlines, the show where we connect hearts, have real conversations with real people, one story at a time.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light for my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Okay, welcome back. So Shay, when we went on the break, we had said some things, and so what if those things there are things that people like, but they don't know it's not good for their relationship. You know, there are people who want to spice up their relationship and want to do some stupid things, and then one partner doesn't want to do it. You know, it causes problems, and then before you know it, there's this bit of chaos and a lot in their marriages.
That's why they always preach courtship.
No, but Shay, these people didn't want those things during when they were courting.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like, when you become of marriageable age, you become low-key an adult. Low-key, you already have an idea of the things you like, or or how far you can go with some things, or how far. Do you think, the girl that was bisexual, was it inside marriage that she discovered that she was bisexual?
No, so Shay, let me tell you, I have seen people transform. I have seen men who did not know how to chase women become womanizers in marriage. They tried once, and that's it. And they continue to tell you, more, friends, when they hang around, friends, they see some things. The first time is they want to try it, and before you know, they get addicted to it. And then before you know, it's part of them. They were not like that initially. And then, so you find out that they didn't do it because they didn't have money when they were much younger. But now,
the money has brought
that
the
part,
the
real me out and things like that. They want to do some stupid things. They tell you that. And guess what? The society has a way of influencing your thoughts. And then things that happen. So before now, you would not see women approach you. You will be the one to approach a woman. But now women approach you.
I don't know where those women are. I've never.
You're not going to the right places.
Oh, really?
Do you understand? Like, after the show, let's have that conversation. So you go just day, Sheyi, and ladies will come to you.
Interesting.
They will chase you. I've heard men complain that not be them they chase women, and women they chase them. All you just need to do is look good and look like you have some good box with you, and they'll chase you. And they don't even want to know what you do. They don't even want to know whether... Okay, so Shay, it's just like... You see men now, like 5 men. The fact that say that they pop, pop things and all that, the girls don't want to know whether not everybody get. Maybe it's one person that is paying, They'll just go and bring their friends, money they here. And then, it's just crazy. I get that, we're discussing marriages, playfulness and all that, but there should be a line, to these things. Yeah, there should be a line to these things. It is not everything that you think, is needed to make your marriage. It's not everything that you think would make your marriage work that would actually make your marriage work. Because I've also heard men say that they need to have partners outside for the marriage to work, for them to be happy in their marriages. And then I've also heard men say that they have to do certain things outside of their marriage to treat their wife, love their wife better. Do you understand? And then there are women who want their men to cheat for the marriage to be okay. So it's just crazy, you know. So I don't even know what, for some reason, you see, sometimes I run away from having conversations about marriage because it's kind of complicated.
It is.
It's complicated because is there a standard? No. Are there things that are supposed to be the norm? No. Must you guys be happy every day in the marriage? No. Must you be together for a very long time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Like you said, I said, I'm going to carry spirituality into this. And the thing is, it is for better, for worse.
For worse.
Where there should be division is when it becomes abusive, where there's a threat to life. You know, that's when, which is why we have to look at marriage is a little bit different from friendship. From friendship, you can wake up one day and decide to walk away. The kind of story the society is telling us right now is that marriage should be treated almost as friendship, where if it's not working for you, you stand up and walk away. You know, so I feel like in that situation, making it work, doing things within the confines of things that is acceptable and not. There should, okay, so if they say don't bring, okay, you're a bisexual. If they say don't bring woman into the house or don't bring man or whatever the case, whatever situationship you guys have going on, for that, is that a deal breaker? If that is a deal breaker, I'm sorry, then it should never have been marriage. Do you get what I'm saying? It should never have been marriage. It should be something else that is not marriage. It could be friendship, it could be friends with benefit, it could be living partners or whatever.
Is anything, I've seen couples that they smoke weed together, you know, and that's fun for them. That's how they catch their groove. In fact, the wife didn't used to smoke. The husband introduced the wife to smoking loud and those kind of things. And then they'll just zone off, you know, do the... So that's what is fun for them.
So, honestly...
do you understand? So playfulness and friendship. So those kind of friendships, are those kind of... So are you so for example, I'm married to someone who wants to introduce me to smoking. So because I want my marriage to work, because I want him to be comfortable, I'll start to smoke.
That's basically what we're saying.
That's what we're saying. But does it make sense?
It does not make sense. It should. That's why I said there should be limits. There should be 50-50. There should be compromises. Okay, what if we don't bring them into the house? What if we go and do it outside? What if, you know, there should... I don't feel... Not everything should be permissible. Because in a relationship, in a marriage where everything is allowed, is a disaster waiting to
So what
happen.
we're saying is, even in trying to be playful and being friends, there should be boundaries.
There should be boundaries. There should be areas where, you know, we should not go through. There should...
We should not abuse it.
Yes, there should be... Not be... Just like friendship too. They'll say peer pressure, peer pressure. Peer pressure simply means that what this one is doing, me, I cannot do it. What you are doing, if they tell me to go and do it, I'll run away from you. There should also be some form of boundaries, even with... Regardless, we are friends, we are married, but not be everything where you bring come I suppose collect. And not be everything where I throw to you, you suppose collect. You know, and
all in the pretense of friendship, trying to be friends.
We are trying to make our marriage work. So anything my husband says, I must give it to him. If your husband really loves you and if you guys have a little bit of friendship, you should be able to negotiate some things. You should be able to say, this one hard for me. I know Fito.
So because I'm thinking that it is that friendship that I'm thinking what would make a couple now bring a third party into their marriage? It's the level of
lack of boundaries, lack of.
No, but you see, they're too open. So their friendship. So is that an abuse of relationship? Because we're friends. So let me tell you how it is. You and I are friends, Sheyi. There's nothing you can't say to me. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? So imagine if that person you can't say anything to is now your wife. And then you now say, Omo, I like do threesome more. Do you understand? And then she laughs it off and say, you want to try it? That's how it starts, Sheyi.
Yeah, but like I said too, you should be able to say, if you like it.
Funny enough, she herself not think say it bad though.
Now the problem be that now.
Yeah, because you never know what happens or how you would react to these things until after it's happened.
Now the problem be that you don't know. You just keep pushing the boundaries till there's no boundary again to push.
Okay, my friend, let's try. No, you know why?
Because,
as friends, you want to try things together. You want to do things together, but that's on the downside. So on the good side about it, so being friends is going partying, doing fun things with the children, speaking playfully, prioritizing friendships and having good conversation, making the home somewhere you can pat your wives, pat your wife on the bum and say, hey, this woman, that is...
Like I was trying to use, and there should be compromises, like I was trying to use the religious couple as an example. If you're married to a pastor who has to preach on Sunday, do you understand, who is expected to live a certain kind of life, and somewhere along the line, after you've entered the marriage, you discover that this ministry thing not really too day for me. Even as a pastor, even as the other part, there should be a compromise to say, you know what, follow me, go church every Sunday. You no need to come to preach. Friday night, I swear me and you go come out. Look, you go find somewhere, we'll go. It is give and take. It should be compromise. It shouldn't be such that everything is, like we said, nobody's getting out of life alive. It shouldn't be, this is the way I am. I'm bisexual. So, as they do me, he must do you too. Exactly. He must do you too like that. As they do you, there should be compromises. There should be situations where we sit down and you say, you know what, I love you enough. Take 40 today, 40% today. I'll take 60% today. Tomorrow, I'll take 60. You take 40%. I'll take 70. You take 30%. That is real friendship. That is give and take. That is, we are working together, we respect each other, and we are still friends.
Okay, so before we go, but there are marriages that there's no friendship at all. There's no compromise. There's no even playfulness.
Even marriage where there are no boundaries, where they are they be friends, so they don't get boundaries. Husband they smoke to Igbo tomorrow. The wife don't collect the Igbo self. Lights for mouth. Husband, they go club, the wife. There would at some point, I've never seen it where there are no boundaries, that at some point, one does not, do you understand? One does not fully go haywire. So even in the process of, they are friends, nothing where they know they talk, nowhere where they know they go together, nothing where they know they do together. At some point, somebody will go far left or far right that they will not be able to come back to.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So take for example this bisexual thing you they talk. The woman now find one gym instructor.
They're not quarreling about it.
Yeah, but the Baba don't depress. Now that depression will kill her.
That's what I said.
That depression will kill her because the wife will go. yeah, she will go far right. And she might not be able to come
Oh, but
back.
Shay, it's not because they're friends or because they don't have boundaries in their relationship, because that same
It's lack of
scenario can
boundaries.
happen. No, Shay, that same thing can happen in a marriage where they don't do all of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's different things. Boundaries is not just related to sex.
Yeah.
It could be different things. Like we just talked about the pastor. It could be because I'm a pastor, every Sunday you must follow me to church. You must be there for Bible study. You must be there for all
But that
these
will
things.
also cause problem in
That's
the
what I'm
marriage.
saying. You wear the other person out at some point. And they'll be like, what's happen? Now marry. So it should be,
So are you saying that in friendship and playfulness in marriages, it should not it should not be too much? It should be curtailed to
moderation,
moderation
in
is in everything. Okay,
Moderation
so
in
there's
everything.
so even if we're friends, we should respect each other's boundary and each
Yes.
other's space.
Yes.
Be cordial in the sense that, oh, we're friends, but because sometimes
Talk
in this
about-
friendship, we can talk about everything. We can do certain things together. I should be able to share things with you. I shouldn't be afraid to talk to my husband or my husband to talk to the wife. I shouldn't be scared to say certain things in front of my husband for the husband to hide things. That's what you mean by moderation
Yes.
and in the right proportion.
Yes.
Okay.
Not that, I like to play every time. It's play. Not like I like my career, I like work. Every time I come back, sometimes let's meet in the middle.
But basically, it's important to be playful and be friends in your relation, in your marriage,
very important.
because there are good sides to it. The truth, whether you like it or not, it helps your relationship get better. You're able to say when you're not. You should be able to tell your partner how you feel. You should be able to speak to your partner from a place of comfort, in the sense that, oh, I should be able to tell you, I don't like what's going on. Oh, I like this. I don't like this. Your partner should be able to say that, oh, my wife is able to speak to me when she needs to address things. You shouldn't be afraid of your partner. Do you understand? You should be able to speak to your partner freely, say the things that are, are dear to you or that bothers you. And your husband should also be able to say those things, talk to you
Vice
equally.
versa, yeah.
Yes, so I get that point. But what we're saying that it should not, there should be boundaries, there should be a thin line. So you don't cross it. You don't cross it. And then the truth is, for every relationship, it's important to be friends.
It's very important.
To an extent.
Even if you don't have it before,
Try and build
it in marriage. Try and build it. Get to a point where you are constantly work, and it's constant work.
But I have said this thing
It's
before,
constant
and I
work.
would reiterate it. I would say it again. No matter how you try, you say that friend, Shay, you be my guy. You don't get how husband go fit take that place. Let's be honest. Otherwise,
Why?
wahala go day.
But why?
But let's just be honest. Those are the boundaries you're talking about. There's some things I will say to you. Do you understand?
I will not take it
You
personal.
will not take it personal. So it's not possible.
We're going to take another one now.
But it is the truth. Because first things first, that's when they will tell you not be everything you go talk. Even if now you're... Do you understand? Because emotions.
So, is it because there's something about the marriage institution that makes it official?
Is it about being official? I be like a lot of emotions are involved, and there's this entitlement in marriages that if you say something, what you would tolerate, Sheyi, even you men, the things they tolerate from just even side chicks or casual friends, their wives can't do it.
They don't tolerate it in marriages.
Yes. So, are we being sincere to say we're friends? When you know, it gets something so you not fit talk. That's a lie. So when people say my husband and my friend, my wife and my friend, it's to an extent. Not be fully friend. Not be fully friend. You fit tell your wife, say you toast girl.
Why you go to those girls?
But I just want to know whether the girl go like me. Whether the girl will give me vibes.
But if you be true friend, you know, you're supposed to be yarn that. You know?
Sheyi.
If your wife now your G.
When you say it the first time, then the second time you and the girl come become real friends.
That's the line we are talking about. That's the line. Why you they go because say you want know, you go to those girls first time. Second time you go back again.
No, you guys are now friends. No, you told the girl, but you guys are now friends. Mom say you did knock the girl. Your wife not gonna believe you.
I don't know about that one.
Okay. We'll see you both tomorrow.